Welcome to the Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.
That leads me to my next topic, one of my favorites. It is the Umar 2020 year in recap, going from one man playing God in a good way and creating a universe we should all want to live in, to another man playing God and creating a universe where all he wants is us to give him donations, give him our grits, punch our kids in the chest, kill 10% of black boys, etc., etc. So, Umar started the year off threatening online YouTubers and saying that he's going to slap them in the face for making YouTube videos critiquing him. He then tried to get more donation money by acting like he was trying to get a school in Detroit to go along with his school in Wilmington. However, this was found to be a lie when the building was not even for sale. It was already owned and had already been scheduled for development by the current owners. He then called the Christian radio host a nigger and got canceled for a quick second. He then appeared at a speaking engagement at an elementary school where he called young black boys lazy and blamed them for being in special needs classes. He then got caught on camera making comments about middle school girls being fast and having rotten cookies. Then FDMG was found out to be in collections with back taxes owed in the tens of thousands of dollars at that point. This is still early, maybe Marchish, Aprilish, so still kind of early in the year. Then the school was found to be an EPA brownfield site, basically meaning this place is toxic and we're trying to find a way to rehab it.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God.
Umar was then videoed always at the school and entering the school, but never with keys. He always had a locksmith present, leading people to believe that maybe he either did not have the keys to the school, he was not the legit owner, or some other type of fraudulent behavior was up, but it looked very suspicious. So then after that, he went online and started yelling at YouTubers to told his followers to pull up on his haters, begging them to not only find the addresses of the people on YouTube who were bringing out videos critiquing him for his very suspicious donation collections practices and fraudulent behaviors. He then told his followers to pull up on these people and called out the Ski Mash crew and the pull-up team to go find these people and confront them. And he claimed that the school had a fire after saying that the school had fire alarms that he had paid for, which led everybody to be very confused because he had fire alarms, but no fire alarms were said to be going off. And in the video where he talked about the fire, he said that he didn't have fire alarms. But it was like 2 months before that he was on video saying that he did. So we're very confused about that. But what we do know is that a fire did happen at the school in one of the school rooms. He then, let me make sure I'm correct. Yes. He then claimed that the school would be open in August of 2020.
Is it open?
It's December.
We're going into the new year, folks. He was then caught on video in the club, looking and sounding drunk, singing Tupac songs, saying ending California love with the now online catchphrase, "Show me love." So yeah.
Offbeat.
FDMG Academy was found that the utilities bills were in the rear in the hundreds of thousands of dollars. FDMG taxes were still in the rear, now in the hundreds of thousands of dollars, where it was tens of thousands. Then they caught him outside smoking blunts and reported it online, and people started talking about it online. He then went live a few minutes later saying that he was smoking a game cigar to give libation to the ancestors and the Oguns and Oshuns and Orishas. He then claimed that a waste company cleaning out the rubble after the fire was actually the contractors doing repairs on the school, until online YouTubers looked up the company and found them to be a salvage and waste removal company. He then claimed that he received an offer to buy one of the buildings and used that as a way to request more donations to keep him from selling the school building to these people who want to come in and take their school.
Donations.
No mention was made of this again after 2 weeks of him begging for more donations. He then did a Lord Jamar interview, which exposed him as being unable to accept help, criticism, or even give transparency to his donors around the funds that he's collected, or why it's taken him so long to open said school. This event seems to have changed much of the public opinion around Umar, because before that, most people were just unaware that he was even a scammer and didn't have any idea of his erratic behavior. Like, they just thought he was just a good talking about schools. So it was very good at shedding light on his weirdness. Then he got caught in the school on a painting day when he was getting his donors who donate to him every month and loyally support him. He had them up there painting the outside of the school instead of using the funds that he donated to actually get a contracted painter who knew what they were doing and had the tools to actually paint the whole school. So he had people standing out there with rollers painting. And as they ate pizza in the school after the painting, it was noticed that the lights on in the school seemed to be on illegally, as long extension cords were seen running to the outside of the building for some reason, which seemed to denote that a generator or some other way of funneling electricity into the building was being used. When it was found that there was no generators at the school by people who live in Wilmington, Delaware, and went to the school to investigate it, it was then also discovered that the meters at the school were running illegally, leading more people to believe that he was running lights illegally. A complaint was filed, and all of a sudden, the people at the power company in Wilmington, Delaware, ended up having to go out and investigate. I'm not exactly sure what happened from it, but you can still see the same cords outside of the school every time he's there with the lights on. He then got a fake window breaking scandal that went down in Georgia, where he claimed that a window was broken on a yoga studio he was supposed to be at. And it was because of him, and the haters had finally caught up to him and were trying to sabotage his speaking engagement and his book release. It was then found that that was a lie, because vandalism had been done to almost every other building, including the other businesses that were connected to that building, over the past 6 months on that very same strip. And it was due to local vandals that had just been doing this at random. And they had literally picked different buildings on that same strip. It had literally happened to every one of them. So because of this fake window breaking scandal, he then came and said that an email had been sent to him, and that the protesters were coming to FDMG Academy and they were going to protest him on December 2nd and 4th. This turned out to be a lie, because no protesters were ever planning on coming. No protesters showed up. Just a motley crew of about a dozen of his loyal supporters who had already come to paint the school. So they came out and stood in the cold with him all day and took pictures and went on live on Instagram.
He's good for taking pictures.
And told everybody that they were down with the goofy shit. So then, since no protesters were coming anyway, Umar canceled the second anti-protest day and had a cleanup day where he had his loyal supporters there cleaning out his filthy gymnasium. Because that's what they should be doing after they've already given you their hard-earned money. After the fake protest day, he then got caught on live, as he thought he had shut down his Instagram live, but it was still recording. And he got caught talking about lighters and other paraphernalia. Then after getting caught, he said, "Oh shit, I forgot." Looks up at the live, realizes he's been caught talking about all of this in his school. And then he looks very sad and shuts off the live. Later on this evening, he goes live from the restaurant that him and his supporters left the FDMG Academy to go to eat. And he's now looking high at the restaurant, begging for Cash App donations while berating a lady while she eats, because she did not want to eat vegan. She decided that she would like to eat meat because that was her choice. So he berated her. and beg for more donations, literally getting as pathetic as saying, "Oh, Cash App must be broken. I know y'all gonna send me something." He then went on a book tour for the past 2.5 weeks while claiming to need to get the school fixed before spring. However, he has not been back at the school since December 4th, or at least has not been seen there at the school since December 4th. He's been on the road. So how the contractors would fix the school when he is nowhere to be seen at the school, we are unsure. His ex-worker claimed that he's owed money for things like bringing Umar's clothes into the school and other random things, which makes it looks like Umar is living in the school. There was also video of, at 3 a.m, the lights being on in one room of the school. After also on several of his lives inside of the buildings, we have seen paraphernalia that looks as if someone has been sleeping there, if not living there. And then obviously, within the past couple of weeks, he's had a lawsuit now filed against him. And instead of fighting the lawsuit, he's choosing to beef with Tariq Nasheed over whose idea is right, whether the Aboriginal movement is the correct one or Pan-Africanism is the correct one. Because we need yet another reason to rile up his supporters so he can again ask for us to go to $ FDMG school on your Cash App and paypal.me/FDMG Academy and give your donations and give him your grit money. And that has been the pathetic ass end of Umar's entire 2020. Sadly, before this episode probably airs, there will be more weirdness, high shenanigans, and just outright coonery and buffoonery from your boy Umar. Until next time, until 2021, this has been our Umar update for 2020. God bless.
Donations.
I mean donations, god daggone it. Just ridiculousness.
Man, they all those videos, man, with Umar, and he's like messing up, and you can tell they just smoked or some junk. Like, I've been seeing him all those videos, and he just looked like he just smoked. He just put that away. They always try to hide something.
Yes, he always be like, shh, don't do that. Like, what you keep hiding for?
He don't know who he want to be, man. He don't know who he want to be, man.
He want to be King Kong crazy.
I think I want to be Rick Ross and David Banner.
Too much.
Way too much.
Too much.
Do the Umar. Do the Umar. This is what I'm going to do on my New Year's Eve party.
Umar.
God bless. Thank y'all for indulging me in that, my people.
So,
Gotta stay up on Umar.
such a disappointment. Such a freaking disappointment.
What he could be.
What leads me to my next topic. What was Omar when he first started? I was like, all right, this guy, he's going somewhere with this way of thinking, right? And then he grew into this monster. So,
what's going on, y'all? This is Face 1/3 of Podnas. Make sure y'all come to YouTube every Wednesday and check out our new episode of the Podnas podcast. Also, check us out online for our new apparel dropping every week. That'll be at teespring.com/stores/Podnas-closet-1. Once again, that's teespring.com/stores/Podnas, PODNAS-closet, CLOSET-1. We get at you.
Just updated on the store, we have mugs, hoodies, shirts, bags, kids' clothes, and face masks.
Show you are down with the Pod Squad. Rep the Podnas by going to teespring.com/stores/Podnas-closet-1 to get all of our newest merch. And as always, follow our entire movement at thepodnas.com.
Welcome to the Podnas with Face, Pat, and Tiz.